app on ChatGPT. So what does that mean? So that is like the booking.com, where you can just mention booking.com to find me a hotel near Paris, for 2 adults between these 2 days. And then, booking.com is going to return in some information with the layout that predefined by OpenAI. So they are, open up some of the type of the UI display that can be displayed well in the ChatGPT. And this is also including some of the CTA as well. So it will have to drive traffic directly from ChatGPT to this website directly. Okay, so that is booking.com. Also order on Canva, where you can create slide based on that. You can Coursera when you ask question for the course. You can book flight via Expedia. You can draw a diagram via Figma, or you can giving the music by. So Zillow also to finding some homes for sale in the US. So that is where we stand with the app in ChatGPT at the moment. So what they are providing now, actually this is not the first time that they are attempting to bring app to ChatGPT. They did that 2 times already. So I think in the end of like 2023 or something, they are actually having the GPTs. So they are releasing GPTs and people creating GPTs and everyone excited about that, and they talk this is like App Store moment already. But actually it turned out to be a flop, because they didn't really bring that much traffic to the GPTs, and also the reaction of the ecosystem is not that high. And before that, they also having a ChatGPT plugin which just few people is doing. So I think with this one, they are making some another attempt, which is they releasing an app at Decay. They are also supporting MCP to support. So basically, MCP right now is very widely adopted by all of the app. So given this app on ChatGPT, it's just one more publishing activity, because if we already have the MCP, like AgenticFlow MCP, we can just publish that to App Store very fast. So just imagine like later you can just mention AgenticFlow, and you can just ask it to create some workflow, some agent or a multi-agent system, and then ChatGPT will using our MCP server in order to drive for that. So it is similar like the one that I show you, I think the past couple of weeks, where we are doing some kinds of like, let me zoom out a bit. No. Yeah, this one. Actually, it is just 2 weeks ago, right? So AgenticFlow MCP on ChatGPT. So at that point, we have to like switch on developer mode, and we can do a lot of thing configuration. But if we are finishing the publishing the app to ChatGPT, then you guys can just use that very easily without having go through much of the setup and so on. Okay, so what is the big opportunity now for in front of us is that they say later this year they will launch for business, enterprise, and edu, and they will open for submission to publish app to ChatGPT. They will launch a directory where user can browse and first search for item, and more importantly, they will suggest the app in conversation. Sorry. So what does it mean in conversation? So it means like if you go into let me switch into this one. Okay, say this tab. Let me get back to this one if you guys can still see it. Okay, so this is the design guideline of the ChatGPT when they gave us on this. And if you go into the user interaction, so this is a very good documentation. I suggest that you should have a look, because this is like a new paradigm of like user interaction, that in interaction with things, and this is like in conversation discovery. So it means when users send a prompt, the model will evaluate the conversation context, the conversion brand mention and citation, the tune metadata, and user linking state. So it means you can influence this in conversion discovery by writing action-oriented tool description. So it's for example, like you say, use this when user want to view their Kanban board. So it's very dedicated to that. So this is going to be similar like what we are building a workflow on AgenticFlow. We have title and we have a description. And then we equip that workflow into a agent, and we say use this when blah blah blah. Then actually when you are building an app, on ChatGPT, it will be the same. And because when you are having this one, and when you are making your app is very discoverable on the agent marketplace of the ChatGPT. So is it something that perhaps that maybe it gets generating more traffic to you because they have like a lot of user, like 800 million user weekly, right? And what does that mean to us is that AgenticFlow is working toward like you can one-click publish to ChatGPT App Store. So whatever that you are currently building, workflow, agent, or multi-agent, is going to be able to one-click publish to App Store. We will grab it in a MCP way so that you can just like rename your app and providing some credential so that we can publish it for you. And we will choosing some kind of like the UI best practice from ChatGPT in order to make it meaningful. So for example, like ChatGPT also providing some of the design guideline, like this one, and they are providing some of the layout that we need to use. For example, like the inline layout, the card, or some other like layout like for maps or something. So these are like some common layout that they can display, and it will require our engine to be compatible with this one. So normally, if you are building an app, you will need to go through this step by yourself. But AgenticFlow will do that part for you. So you can focus on prompting, creating the logic of the workflow and similar like that. Yeah. So that is what I'm thinking about the future ahead of this app in ChatGPT.